My name is Doug Burbank, and I've been at Brooks for 26 years, and I'm involved in a number of different capacities, including being the boys' varsity squash coach since I arrived in the fall of 1986. I came in teaching mathematics, and then I went from math, and I did math and art. And then I did math, art, and computer science. Then I did all computer science. Then I did I did a lot of art with computer graphics and then drawing and painting. Mathematics from Algebra 1 up to calculus. Computer science was robotics and a lot of programming. And then I taught physics as well in the science department. So 4 different departments. The computer science department no longer exists, but we kind of melded that into science and mathematics. Quite a few different courses, which has been really exciting. I first got involved in squash when I was at a school very similar to Brooks. It's Mercersburg Academy down in Pennsylvania. And my father was a squash coach at that particular school, and up until 9th grade I had always envisioned being the varsity point guard on the basketball team. And then when I was 7th on the depth chart, I figured I should find something else. And having a strong interest in tennis led me to squash, and since my dad was the coach, that was a good connection as well. So I started in 9th grade back in late 70s. When I first arrived, I think they were 1-13 the previous year, and there was a lot of turnover in the coaches, and it was pretty unorganized, and there were maybe 14 boys trying out, and they were wearing Bermuda shorts and Ray-Bans for goggles, protective goggles. So it needed stability. So many memorable moments. I think clearly the team of 1998 was real special for me, or 1997, 1998, which Mr. Nam was a part of. And that was really special because most of the players on that team had never played before coming to Brooks, and we did really well. We finished 3rd in the Class A's, and they were very, very close, and we were pretty international. There are individuals over the years that were pretty special, and then I think the other most memorable season would have been last season, and I think it primarily because of the closeness of the team and such.
What was it like coaching your own son and students such as Mr. Nam that ended up being your colleagues?
It's special, very special for me to coach Andres for 4 years. He also was going to be a point guard for the basketball team and then switched over, and he made a rise. He started number 24 in the program, or 23, and then within 1 season made it up to number 6. So I was fortunate to be with him for 4 years, and there were some moments where it was father-son kind of tension, but for the most part it was absolutely a wonderful experience. And I think he would say the same thing. I think he was surprised how much he enjoyed the game. And then with Mr. Nam, he had always been one of my favorites to coach. He had learned here at Brooks and really took on to it, had some great matches when he was here, then went on and played in college. And the fact that he's still playing the game and now coaching it is real special. To compete now, you have to have experienced players. It's very hard to have a team like I did in 98 or 97, and where I can create most of the players. That will take you to maybe in the top 23 teams, but beyond that, all the top teams have really experienced players. So the recruiting aspect has come down to our level, and that makes me a little sad. I mean, we have 2 of the top players, certainly in New England, playing on our team. C.J. Smith, our captain, senior being the other one, other than Safe. So we're very fortunate to have 2 very, very good players. Safe being one of the best in the world, C.J. being one of the best under-19s in the United States. And then that's followed by pretty much players who started at Brooks. And The team chemistry is getting there. We need work with that because we have kind of these groups. They're kind of separated, and I need them working together as a team, and we'll get there. It's one of the most talented teams I've had in a number of years, and some good depth and some great energy. And I'm really looking forward to this final 6 weeks of the season and see where we go.
I'm CJ Smith. I'm a senior here at Brooks. I've played on the squash team for 4 years now, and am the captain of the team this year. I got involved in squash when I was 5 years old. I've had 3 siblings play, all older than me, and they've all loved it and have played through high school and college, so I wanted to follow in their footsteps with playing the game, and that's when I started to play. Freshman year, I would just follow kind of what I was told to do. I'd do it, and that's really it. But now that I'm the captain of the team, people look up to you a lot more and expect a lot more from you, so I'm constantly working with Mr. Burbank to form drills and all that, putting in a lot of extra time on and off the court with my team. You know, you're there for all your teammates when they need you, and really showing that dedication that that you want the whole team to follow in your footsteps with. Mr. Burbank, he's probably been one of my biggest mentors since I've been here at Brooks. He, on the court, he's helped me through many problems. You know, he's been my coach since day one. He's been able to really connect to me and be able to help me through any problems. One in particular, I was really hot-headed on court through my middle of junior year, and he really helped me through that, get rid of my anger and learn how to control it. But off the court, he's also made a huge impact. He's my advisor, gone to him with a number of problems, and he's always there with a helpful solution. The most memorable moment I had as a Brooks squash player was definitely last year in the New Englands. I was in the finals against Raheel Fazaboy from St. George's, and we were playing, and it went into 5 games, and I was sick through the match, and I didn't expect to win it at all. I beat him earlier in the season, but I thought I was sick, I wasn't going to win it, and it went into 5, and I was dead. Couldn't move, was tired, but the whole school was there. Everybody was behind the court watching, cheering for me when I won points, pumping me up when I lost points, and I won the game. I won the 5th game to win the match, and New England's Class B's, and it was one of the most amazing feelings. Got a new Egyptian, Safe, and he's been awesome, pushing the team, hands down best player to come through the programs, and you know, he's making everybody better, whether it be me or somebody on JV. He's making everybody better. Everybody wants to be there. They want to be practicing. 1 wants it just as much as 7 wants it. And it's pretty special to have that when everybody wants to work for it.
The Jackson tournament was first started in 1972, and it was named after Francis G. Jackson, who coached, I think, but I'm sure he taught. I can't remember what subjects he taught, but he was primarily known as a baseball coach, and then he also coached squash. And I'm not sure the gentleman, but the coach who was coaching in 1972 started it, and he named it after Francis C. Jackson. So, and it was usually played at the end of the season, and then I believe in 1978 they moved it to the fall. So in actually 1 calendar year they played it twice, and it's now played at the beginning of every year. It started off with 5 teams: Groton, Belmont Hill, Middlesex, Brooks, and Milton. And now we opened it up to all 9 ISL teams. So all ISL teams that play squash now compete in the Jackson tournament. And it's really become a little bit less of a tournament and more of a play day. because it's the first time we all get together as a league, and it's only 2 out of 3 games, and we divided it into 4 different tournaments, so the 1s and 2s play in one tournament, some 2s and 3s play in another, and so on. And so 63 players come and play, 9 teams times 7 players. And it really has become a play day, and it's just been a great venue here to host such an event.
Next year I'm going off to Colby College up in Waterville, Maine, and I'll be playing for Saki Khan, who's the head coach there, and I hope that I will in the future be playing 1 there and do as well as possible. I love to set high goals for myself, and I know Mr. Burbank really wants me to push to be an All-American, but that's a very, very high goal. I'd love to do that, but you never know. Shoot for the stars or shoot for the moon, and if you hit the stars, then it's great. As I said, that match in New England's, the whole school was here, which was an amazing feeling for me. But I do wish there was a little more support in the team. I know some of my teammates do also, when they see kind of pictures of other teams going up on websites or the Brooks School photo page. But with the student body, I think it does get a lot of support, and it's nice to have.